Here's my next video. This is first I thought it was like assignment from an intro to philosophy class that I have. It is back in 2004, but it's really an assignment I had for British literature class that I had back in like 2006. So it was an online class, but I went ahead and printed it out, I guess, because I liked it. Anyway, what the hell was that? Anyway, here it is. If Thomas were around today, most likely he would use metaphors of computers and automotive vehicles to describe human beings as matters of motion. According to Hobbes, there is no spirit, but there is only sensory impulses. In Thomas Hobbes' essay, The Leviathan, he describes human beings as mechanical machines, and every tissue and nerve play their integral parts of the motion. He writes, "For what is the heart but a spring, and the nerves but so many strings, and the joints but so many wills? We, as long as human beings still exist, will always be in a state of nature." Self-preservation, as believed by Hobbes, and self-perseverance are essential elements of human nature. There is an innate response in every person, which is every man for himself. And so it goes with women as well. There is an embedded love for our families, unconditional love, blah, blah, blah. I'm just kidding. Unconditional love, and there are people that we choose to love. Both are things which exist in every person. In terms of people that we choose to love, once the choice is made, the emotions begin to work on their own. The thought that rejects, or the thought which rejects the notion of negative feelings towards the ones you choose to love, must come first. Whatever that means. I'm just kidding. No, I know what it means. His making of, I wrote it, but anyway, his making of the world today would still result in the general concepts of his writings. Some of the words would be different, but his basic principles and laws of nature would remain the same. Like, for example, Thomas Hobbes in his Book of Man in chapter 13 of the natural condition of mankind would still contain, when going to sleep, he locks his doors. Which is to say, in my opinion, people have a certain collection of people they trust, but in general, people are mistrusting of others. Hobbes would have also stressed the wanted need to bear arms for protection. Bear arms for protection. Is the media making us fear others, is the question. Personally, I think that by experience we become more cautious of others. In addition, people also know the nature of man, which is his point. Hobbes believed that everyone is conditionally at war with everyone else. That's a quote from him. And life to Hobbes is solitary, poor, nasty, brutish, and short. We are protective of ourselves and those we care for, and for logical reasons. In other words, it's not just an innate nature to protect. We know the world through discovery can be cruel, as much as we know, not just by man's instinct to conquer, that it's a dog-eat-dog world. Dog-eat-dog world. If Thomas Hobbes, who also was gifted at mathematics, could see the world today, he would go further into mathematics, since more mathematical discoveries have been made. He would probably not see the Roman Catholic as evil, since things are not now governed outside of the church. Also, he would now see people are not so scrutinized for their beliefs or disbeliefs of religious doctrine. If Thomas Hobbes could see the world today, he would not contend with Bacon, unless if Bacon were here today too. Hobbes was a more scientific thinker, and his perspectives of the world could involve scientific discoveries and invention. Maybe he would also look into current crimes to point out the nature of man. He would most likely, use Einstein's relativity to explain the drive of people. If Thomas Hobbes lived in this century, he would also not get any slack from Puritans. Although he may get disagreements, I don't think anyone's going to try to prevent his writings from publication. He's worldwide today, but he would be around to see it, basically. He would probably have worldwide publications, as it went on to say. He would be especially talked about in scientific publishing. He would most likely not be seen as an atheist, but rather an agnostic or skeptic of spiritualism, especially religious doctrine. He would have a lot to make of this world, but as a whole, his principles and laws of nature would remain the same. So I don't know. It's just something an assignment I had to do. Like I really care about someone from another century. No, I do a little bit. But anyway, it's just something I had to do, and I wanted to, I had to dive into it and wanted to make it good. So anyway, there it is. Peace. Bye.